Hello everyone! Welcome back to Spin & Prog, and yes, it is me, Tara, and as you can see I've had a big change. I had my hair kind of blue and purple for a couple of years and I wanted a change, so went downtown, got some hair dye, and here we are. So I bought an album a few weeks ago and I made a short on my channel on this album, and that actually was what inspired this colour in my hair. That and a dragon fruit, as you can tell. And I was thinking, God, there's so many cool like coloured vinyls nowadays. Now I wasn't always a big fan of them because I was burned before a few times, actually a few years ago, where I bought coloured vinyl and the quality of it was really bad. It was like really flimsy. It sounded terrible on the turntable, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna avoid coloured vinyl for now. But I was like, okay, I'll give it another chance, and I've got some really great quality colour vinyls that are super cool, and I'm gonna show a few today that I think are like really, really unique coloured vinyls. I stayed away from like solid colours and stuff, and I went for like the really kind of odd looking ones. So I'm gonna share that with you right now. So first up is the album that I was saying inspired the hair. It is Nick Turner's Space Fusion Odyssey. And you probably saw, if you watched the short, you would have seen the colour of the vinyl, but I'm going to show it here anyway. This is it. So it's kind of a purple and green, pink, blue, like there's all sorts of colours in there. It's really, really cool, and it looks really cool when it's actually playing on the turntable. Here's the hype sticker. That's what I do with hype stickers. I put them on my inner sleeves because I hate keeping the shrink wrap on the record because it's so damaging over time. Alright, next is Opeth and Heritage. So this was actually re-released recently enough, and they put it on like a red and black colour vinyl. So the colour is kind of like the colour of blood, which is super cool, you know. Typical Opeth. And you can see that kind of black marble throughout it there. Really, really nice. Absolutely love that. Yeah, so it was actually possible for people to get this album on vinyl, which is great. Okay, my next one, I showed this in the video where I went through my vinyl collection, and it's this live album by Gong. It's a triple Live and Leon album, and I told you, you know, like the recording was a bootleg, obviously, and it doesn't sound great. However, the vinyl is really, really cool. So we start off with the blue one, and as we can see, it's this gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, like I think that's incredible looking, and it's very like Gong to have something like this. Beautiful blue colour. Be careful now putting that back in. Then we have the green, LP2. Very, very similar to the green I've got in my hair, huh? Gorgeous, gorgeous. Whatever way they managed to do the splatter on these is beautiful. And we have LP3, which is kind of a pink one. Ta-da! Beautiful. Gorgeous. So yeah, this album, it's worth having for the colour vinyl. Unfortunately, the recording sounds like absolute dog shite, but it's a cool little collector's piece as well, so you know, I'm not complaining. Alright, so I helped Cody help me with this because, as you all know, I moved here a year ago, so my collection isn't that big, so I was like, do you have any cool stuff? And an album I actually got him into, he pulled out Valentine Suite by Colosseum, and he managed to pick up a copy by Music on Vinyl that's on like a gold and brown splattered vinyl. So you can see there's like little bits and pieces of brown in with the gold. That's a weird one, very strange, but great album, and it totally deserved to go on gold, you know. Okay, a more modern band, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard with Polygon Dwanaland. And the way they did the vinyl for this one is they took like the colours from the cover and they did something cool with it. So let me show you. That is, yeah, that's pretty sweet. Like, I think that's cool. I don't know, it reminds me of a beach ball or something. But I like that it, you know, it matches the colours on the cover of the album, and yeah, super cool, great album as well. If you haven't heard it, check it out. Alright, this one is a Dream Theater album. Of course, Images and Words, I feel like we all know this one because Pull Me Under was like their big song, and it's on this one. And this is a copy that Cody's got, which I'm told is very difficult to get your hands on. So the colour is an odd one. I hope the camera picks it up. It looks straight up right here, but hold on now, let me see if I can kind of get it to pick up that marbling here. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. So it's kind of like red with gold marble through it, which is, you know, that's hard enough to do as is. But yeah, that's an unusual one. Very unusual colour. Okay, and next is Rush Icon. Now, just to let you know, this is not mine, this is Cody's, and like I told you, I hate the shrink wrap being left on because it's damaging this cover. And I've told him over and over again, don't be doing that, but does he listen? Not at all. But this is a really cool one. It's a bit like those Gong albums where it's the translucent vinyl with the colour kind of splashed into it. But it's an orange colour. I really like this. This is super cool. Very nice. And last but not least, yes, 90125, of course, the 80s album that Owner of a Lonely Heart, the hit, was on. And the vinyl is to match the pie chart on the front, which I think is super cool. Like, you know, it looks kind of red there, but that's actually pink. Yeah, that's actually a really cool idea. Matches it perfectly. Let me see if I can hold it the right way. Okay. Like that? No. Like that. La la! Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, anyway, this was just me reintroducing, because I feel like I kind of accidentally branded myself with the purple and blue hair, because like on my prog radio show, all the advertisements for it, there's like a cartoon girl with blue hair or whatever, and yeah, everyone just knew me for those colours, so here I am with new colours. I hope you like them. I'm so awkward, I'm so sorry. Yeah, like I said, I just wanted a change. The colours were fading, it looked really dull. I was like, oh, I need something brighter, because it's so sunny over here as well, like, so I kind of want to match that vibe. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you liked my little display of colour vinyl there. I love seeing like weird colour vinyls like that, so if you have any, let me know in the comments below so I can check them out. I know you can't like comment pictures, I think, but I can totally go and like look them up and see what they look like. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe because it helps me so much. I'm looking forward to making some new content in the next couple of weeks with some people. Amy Fox, who I did my lyricism video with, is going to be coming back, and a few more people, so that's going to be fun. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye!